Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode here on Planet Zoo. We're back at Rainy Glen Zoo as usual, and I've done all the admin stuff around the zoo that I wanted to do today. So we've got everything all sorted. I've also had to think about what it is I want to achieve in today's episode, and what I'd really like to do is set up a train station over here, and up here. And then we'll just loop it around some. I'm not really bothered how it loops around just now because it will eventually go all the way around the zoo, but we'll have just a quick turnaround just now. I'm not entirely sure how we're going to do each aspect of it, but I do want a station somewhere over here and down here next to the P files. I think this side of the path, because I think I'm going to bring this path along here, and then we'll have a path that runs up this way. I think that's what we're going to do. So I think what we should start with is, let's start ripping out some of these paths, specifically this one here. Because I was never a biggest fan of this bridge. We'll rip out all the bins and cameras that are floating up there as well as the benches. We'll get all of this stuff out of the way, because it just doesn't, I don't like how it looks. There's quite a lot of it to get rid of. Why can I not select that bench? For some reason I couldn't select it with everything else. Ah, flying guests. The best kind. So we're up to $893,000, I suppose? Yeah, it's dollars. Not used to saying dollars, but that's what we've got. The other thing I'd like to do today is, I think I'd like to start working on getting everything sorted for the timber wolves to move, because we have quite a decent pack of timber wolves. So I think it might be time to get rid of them. And let's also clear out everything around here. I think we have all the lights out from under there as well, so that's always good. And what I would like to do is, this path that runs across here will eventually be ripped out and replaced with probably a straighter path that runs along here. This river, because it just dead ends here anyway, I think we'll come out and we'll put in a new river down here. Something along those lines. I would also like to get rid of this underground path. As cool as it is, it's also a pain in the backside, and we get things like that. That looks terrible. The next thing I want to do is fix this terrain here. So we'll get rid of the water first of all. And here comes the lag. You gotta love the lag. We'll get rid of this dip out of here. It's no longer required. We'll get these high spots done as well. Wonder what that shadow was there. While we're at it, let's paint this rock away because it's a bit unsightly. Now we might move the ostriches to the trade center temporarily to get rid of that habitat as well, but I'm not 100% sure on that just yet. We might try and work around them just now. The train ride, the transport thing for the train, so that is going to be an ongoing project. The more expansions we make to the zoo, the bigger the train track will end up being. We'll just, that'll do there. We've got another little bit of path over here that I want to get rid of. As for this path here, this will obviously change because it looks terrible. This will all change as well because it's not actually straight. It turns and then it turns again, which I don't like. So I'll work on that probably in a time lapse or off camera. The toilet block for the time being can stay, but let's head over here. I think I want this path to come out sort of in this direction. There's a habitat I want to put there, so I want it to come out in this direction. I want a path to run down, so let's run the path. I can't remember which path this is. It's this one. And we want it 6 meters. So I want it about here. And let's put angle snap on to 45. Actually, let's turn it off for now. Just put that in arbitrarily and bring that up to meet it. So I think we'll have the train station just right here. Don't think it's in construction. I'll have it over here. Oh, let's do something like that. Bring it out quite a stretch. I want to leave enough room here to have another habitat as well. Let's straighten out a little bit more. And also start raising it. Let's keep it fairly low. I want to start bringing it down as far as we can. Let's demolish that. I think it's just a touch too high. Let's bring it down from here. Uh, let's try this again, bringing it up a little bit. Let's try one of these stations. Having a race station's not necessarily a bad thing. Not exactly what I wanted, but in fact, if that's the case, we'll keep this one at the height here. Go for it just on one side, actually. We just wanted to just skirt past that bit of a mountain there. Let's try that. Actually, no, let's not. I'll do my best to fix the terrain after. Alright, let's go back a little. I just want to very gingerly bring it up. Something like that, and then let's try and take this little lump out as well. That's not what I wanted. That's still a touch low. I can live with that. Now from here we are obviously going to need to raise it up, and I want it on the poles rather than lifting the terrain. Is that going to be enough for that 4x4 to get under? Just about. A nice long sweeping curve so it comes round past all this. A little bit more to it. Let's bring that back a little because it's still going up slightly. Something like that. I mean, it's a really tall track just now, but obviously the terrain around here is all going to change, and the track's only temporary at this point. What happens if a Peugeot complete? Maybe not. You know what, actually? I'm sure it's fine. See what all complete does here. I go for it. Like I said, I'm not too bothered about what happens over here. Let's smooth all. And we'll smooth banking as well. Alright, now this one's obviously unpowered, and we don't have the queues or anything like that sorted. Now this area here is obviously all going to change because this is going to change, so this station's probably going to move more over to here. And then it's going to have a more gradual incline up the hill. And we need to fix this terrain. Just enough. Because this looks terrible. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into a bit of time lapse. We're going to get this all smoothed out, get the path sorted for it, and then we're going to work on getting possibly the timber wolves moved up here, possibly to an area over here, maybe over here, because I do want to give them a bit of a bigger habitat. I think this might be a nice area here for them. I'll probably put in a few more mountains over here just to fill in this bit of space, because I do like that curve there. So we'll keep that part of the track the way it is, and we'll keep this part the way it is, and this will probably stay something fairly similar, but we will see. And we'll also work on getting like the path sorted for the stations, make sure they've got power, etc, etc. But I'll see you guys on the other side of that time lapse. Okay guys, I'm quite happy with how this habitat turned out. I think it looks quite good. Put a toilet block and an info center up here. I want to have a couple of shops up here that have this sort of thing, because I want it to feel like it's snowing here. Obviously it's not, but I want it to feel like it is. And I think the wolves are now in. Let me just catch one and see how they like their new habitat. It's a bit small. We could be doing with more hard shower. Actually I thought this habitat was bigger than that one, but no, I see it now. It is actually smaller. Now that might just be because of the amount of animals in here. They're fine with their nature, their enrichment's okay. Might just be the amount of them that's in here. We've got quite a lot of them in here. And about this little tunnel thing, if I grab one again and then let's see. I was kind of hoping they'd be able to climb up onto the roof, but obviously not. That's fine. I'll probably do away with all this at the back here then. That might give them a little bit more space. Might have worked. Let's just have a look. I know it's actually giving them less space. That's always good. I took 6 square meters off them. But what we'll do probably then is I'll probably just remove this path and then extend it up to about here and along. But I'll do that off camera. I'll do that before the next episode. So we just get rid of all of this. Next thing that I want to do is what's this? Low welfare, social. See, they're getting stressed again. Now I did have a look at the peacocks, put all the offspring on contraceptive, but yeah, like I said, the next thing I want to do is head over here to this habitat, habitat 14. This has the American bison and the pronghorn antelope in them. And Kismet has suggested a name for this one. She's doing the animal sponsorship, if you will. So the name she wants is Red Dog Corral. So there we go. Kismet will probably put something up on screen explaining what that's all about. And because Kismet obviously edits all these videos, very kind of her. She'll explain a little bit about that, why she chose that name, and probably a few fun facts for you guys as well. I'm quite happy with how this is all looking. I think what we'll do is let's fix this path, or this habitat just now actually. And what I should be able to do is grab all of this and move it out. I actually quite like how that looks. I might leave that like that. Let's click on one. That has given them enough space. Let's fix that path before issues start happening. Let's bring that back. pathing system is sometimes a massive pain. And by sometimes I mean all the time. A little bit neater than that would be nice, but not going to complain. That's just a temporary connection there. I do want another habitat butted up next to this one. And we'll have a staff path somewhere else, probably over here somewhere, that joins these two areas up. I realise that I am going to actually have to put in another staff path. This is just a temporary path just now. We'll work something out for that later. I want another habitat over here, but in order for the staff to get to this habitat and use these facilities, they'd have to walk all the way down here, all the way along here, out here. Actually, further than that, they'd have to come all the way around. So that gives them a shortcut there. It's probably a good thing, because I don't think that I don't think that staff can use the transport rides. Yeah, so we're over 1,000 conservation credits now, so that's always good. Is this still an issue? And vet research is complete as well. And they can carry on with that. Now I did have to move a couple of things over here. I had to move this water treatment plant and then put in a solar panel next to it, so I should probably sort the work zones. I think everything's in a work zone now except for this. There we go. Now I just need to tidy up this habitat just a little bit because there's a bit of grass here. We don't want any grass up in this area. So let's get another cooler. That should start to snow over, providing that there's power over there, but I think there is. There we go. What do people think? Not a great view, but tough. Tickets are underpriced again. Alright, let's take a chance and go all the way up to 40 and 39. Tickets are getting expensive, but we now have 100 animals, 25 different species, and we will soon be getting more than that because I have a big plan over here and here for 2 new species. And I think we're going to have the Himalayan brown bears up in this sort of area as well. Maybe all of this area, I'm not sure yet. I'm quite happy how that's looking. We've got the train in. All of this is probably going to be redone. I'm just not enjoying looking at that at all. Not enjoying looking at these train tracks either, but it will do for now. Plenty of people waiting on the train. Good thing I put the price up, but we're almost up to 1 million now, which is always good. We're actually starting to become fairly wealthy. We've got a train there, and a train here. But this is the popular one, which is what we want to see. Don't have many people waiting here, but plenty of people waiting for the 4x4 at both sides. Let's change the price of that to £5. And the other thing I'd like to do is, I would like more than one. Let's pause for a second while we recolor the Jeeps. We'll go for green seats because I've recently discovered that green and purple works quite well together. We'll go for green roof and we'll have that nice and red on the bonnet for no particular reason. Let's unpause if it so wishes. So I have one up here and one down there, so that should double the speed of that. I like how this glows very bright purple. I think that looks quite smart. Obviously I've repainted the train, you'd have seen that in the time lapse. I went for the green and purple look on this as well, because that is both the colours of the zoo and the purple is the colour of the channel. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this episode here for today, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think of how this area is coming along. I haven't made the mistake of going for narrow paths this time, and I am leaving space for transport rides. Like I said, some areas will change. This will probably change slightly, but I want it to go through what will eventually be a really large habitat here. Preferably not at animal level, because that doesn't sound like it would be much fun for the guests. I like how that looks. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to raise this side up level with the ground and then remove this river here and have a gradual slope going down here, and this will all become the bears. I'll probably extend it all the way out to here as well, because it's a much bigger area, and we'll also put a habitat entrance up here at ground level so we can get away with do away with both of these underground entrances which are causing us issues. Just realised one of the lights is lighting up that, or maybe it's just the ambient light. But I'm going to call this episode here for today, guys. Like I said, let me know in the comments what you think of this episode. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like, that'd be very much appreciated. If you're new to the channel, you can of course subscribe, and you can also ring that bell icon, that way you get notified of all future uploads and live streams. Just now, I've currently been live streaming quite a bit over on Twitch and Mixer, so if you guys are interested in that, then head over there. I have channels on both, and if you want links, there should be links in the description, and also I have all the necessary links on Discord as well. The links to Discord are of course in the description. I also have Twitter. My Twitter name is on the screen just now. We very much appreciate it if you head over there and drop me a follow. And as always, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.